Imagine a place where silence reigns, where once busy streets are now empty, and where time seems to have stopped. Welcome to the fascinating and mysterious world of abandoned cities. These cities, once full of life and promise, are now silent witnesses to forgotten stories. Each holds secrets and legends that challenge our imagination. Let's dive into this intriguing universe and discover what lies behind these forgotten ruins. Pripyat, Ukraine, the city frozen in time. Our journey begins in Pripyat, a Ukrainian city that was once home to 50,000 people. Founded in 1970 to house workers of the Chernobyl nuclear power plant, Pripyat was a model Soviet city, full of hope and progress. But fate had other plans. On April 26, 1986, reactor number 4 of the plant exploded, releasing a radioactive cloud that changed the course of history. Within hours, the entire population was evacuated, leaving behind their lives, dreams, and memories. Today, Pripyat is a ghost town. Abandoned buildings stand like silent sentinels as nature slowly reclaims what was once hers. The amusement park, which was supposed to open just 5 days after the disaster, remains untouched, with its rusted Ferris wheel becoming a haunting symbol of frozen time. But here's the most chilling part. Scientists estimate that Pripyat will remain uninhabitable for the next 20,000 years. Imagine a city that will remain empty for longer than the entire history of human civilization. Kalmanskap, Namibia, swallowed by the desert. Now, let's travel to the African continent, specifically to the Namib Desert. There, buried in the golden sands, we find Kalmanskap, a city literally being swallowed by the desert. In the early 20th century, Kalmanskap was a thriving diamond mining town. At its peak, around 1920, the city housed 1,200 inhabitants. It was a luxury oasis in the middle of the desert, with elegant mansions, a state-of-the-art hospital, a casino, and even an opera house. But Kalmanskap's wealth was as fleeting as the grains of sand that now invade its streets. When the diamonds began to run out, the town declined. The last resident left in 1956, leaving Kalmanskap at the mercy of the shifting dunes of the Namib Desert. Today, the scenes are surreal. Once grand houses are partially submerged in sand. Broken windows allow the desert wind to howl through empty rooms, creating a ghostly symphony. The most fascinating part? Archaeologists still find diamonds in the sand around the city. Could there still be hidden treasure waiting to be discovered? Hashima Island, Japan, the Battleship Island. Our next destination takes us to a small island in the Sea of Japan. Known as Gunkanjima, or Battleship Island due to its peculiar shape, Hashima Island is a testament to Japan's rapid industrial development and its equally rapid decline. At the height of its occupation in 1959, this island of just 6.3 hectares housed an incredible 5,259 people. This results in a population density of 835 people per hectare, one of the highest ever recorded in the world. The island was developed by Mitsubishi in the late 19th century to exploit a rich underwater coal deposit. Over time, a complex of concrete buildings was erected, including apartments, schools, hospitals, and recreational areas, all squeezed onto this small piece of land in the middle of the ocean. But when Japan transitioned from coal to oil in the 1960s, Hashima's fate was sealed. The mine closed in 1974. And within just 3 months, the island was completely deserted. Today, Hashima's concrete ruins stand defiantly against the rough sea, like a ghost ship forever anchored. The buildings, corroded by salt and battered by typhoons, seem ready to collapse at any moment. Interestingly, this apocalyptic landscape caught Hollywood's attention. Hashima served as the inspiration for the villain's island in the James Bond film Skyfall. Did the producers find something even more sinister during filming? Centralia, Pennsylvania are the city on fire. Now, get ready for a story that seems straight out of a horror movie. Welcome to Centralia, a town in Pennsylvania that has been literally burning from within for over 60 years. It all started in May 1962, when what was supposed to be a simple landfill burn turned into a never-ending nightmare. The fire spread to an abandoned coal vein beneath the town and has been burning ever since. Before the fire, Centralia was a thriving mining community with over 1,000 residents. Today, fewer than 5 stubborn residents refuse to leave their homes despite the dangers. The underground of Centralia is a true hell. Temperatures of up to 10 degrees Celsius have been recorded, and toxic gases escape through cracks in the ground. In some places, you can see smoke rising from the ground, as if the earth itself were breathing. The scariest part? Experts estimate that there is enough fuel to keep the fire burning for another 250 years. The streets of Centralia today are a ghostly labyrinth. The asphalt is cracked and deformed by the underground heat, with steam escaping from the fissures. Houses and buildings have been demolished, leaving only empty foundations and roads that lead nowhere. But here's the most chilling part. They say that on quiet nights, you can hear the muffled roar of the fire beneath your feet, as if a sleeping monster were about to awaken. Varosha, Cyprus, the ghost resort. Our next stop takes us to the Mediterranean, specifically to the island of Cyprus. There we find Varosha, a former luxury tourist destination that now resembles a post-apocalyptic scene. In the 1970s, Varosha was known as the Riviera of the Eastern Mediterranean. With its golden sandy beaches and luxury hotels, it was the playground of the rich and famous. Elizabeth Taylor, Brigitte Bardot, and other celebrities were frequent visitors. But in 1974, everything changed. When Turkey invaded northern Cyprus, the 39,000 residents of Varosha fled, expecting to return soon. That day never came. The area was fenced off and declared a closed military zone, remaining so to this day. The result is a bizarre time capsule. Cars from the 1970s are still parked on the streets, covered in dust. Storefronts display vintage fashion, frozen in time. Luxury hotels, once packed with tourists, now house only the wind and seagulls. But here's the most intriguing detail. There are rumors that somewhere in Varosha, there is a bank full of vaults untouched since 1974. Imagine the jewelry, money, and secrets that might be hidden there, waiting to be discovered. Oradour-sur-Glane, France, the village that refuses to forget. Our journey now takes us to a place where time has stopped for much darker reasons. Welcome to Oradour-sur-Glane, a village in central France that remains a silent memorial to one of the most horrific atrocities of World War II. On June 10, 1944, just 4 days after D-Day, a Nazi SS unit surrounded the peaceful village of Oradour-sur-Glane. What followed was an indescribable massacre. 642 inhabitants, including women and children, were brutally murdered. The village was then set on fire and left in ruins. After the war, President Charles de Gaulle ordered that the ruins be preserved exactly as they were left, as a memorial to the victims and a reminder of the atrocities of war. Today, Oradour-sur-Glane is a ghost town frozen in time. Rusted cars still sit on the streets where they were abandoned. Sewing machines remain in partially destroyed houses. The church, where many women and children met their end, still bears the marks of that terrible day. The most impressive part? A new Oradour-sur-Glane was built next to the ruins. Residents live their daily lives in the shadow of this powerful reminder of the past. It is a testament to human resilience and the importance of never forgetting. Epilogue: the fascination of abandoned cities. These abandoned cities, each with its unique story, fascinate us for reasons beyond simple mystery. They are a powerful reminder of the fragility of our creations and the impermanence of our existence. In Pripyat, we see how a single event can change the course of history. In Kalmanskop, we are reminded of how greed can blind us to the reality around us. Hashima Island shows us the cycle of industrialization's boom and decline. Centralia is a testament to the hidden dangers beneath our feet. Varosha reminds us how political conflicts can freeze time. And Oradour-sur-Glane remains a solemn memorial to the horrors humans can inflict on each other. These silent cities invite us to reflect on our own mortality and the fragility of our societies. They make us question, what will we leave behind? What stories will our cities tell in the future? As we explore these ruins, we can't help but wonder, what secrets are still hidden in their rubble? What untold stories echo in their empty streets? And perhaps the most intriguing question of all, what other ghost cities are out there, waiting to be discovered? The world is full of abandoned places, each with its own story to tell. They call to us, challenge us to explore, discover, and remember. So next time you pass by an abandoned building or a ghost town, stop for a moment. Listen. Can you hear the whispers of the past? Can you feel the stories pulsing in the silent walls? Because in every abandoned city, in every forgotten ruin, there's a mystery waiting to be unraveled. And who knows? Maybe you are the one destined to uncover their secrets. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more interesting and mysterious videos like this one. See you in the next video.